Hello, welcome to Kush News on the Kush Combos TV YouTube channel. I'm Ochanda, bringing you the top stories of Africa and the Caribbean. Let's take a look at the top stories of Wednesday, March 14th, 2023. We go to Somalia. A Somalia suicide bombing has killed 5 and injuring 11, including a governor. At least 5 people have been killed and 11 wounded, including a governor, in a suicide bombing in southwestern Somalia on Tuesday. The attack was not immediately claimed, but eyes are on the terrorist group Al-Shabaab, an Al-Qaeda-affiliated group that regularly carries out suicide bombings in the poor and volatile Horn of Africa country. Witnesses say a suicide bomber drove an explosive-laden vehicle into a guest house in Bardera, where government officials were staying. A police commander by the name of Hussein Adan in the town of Gedo region, 450 kilometers west of the capital, Mogadishu. The officials included Gedo Governor Ahmed Boulay Gared and several military commanders. The explosion destroyed most of the building and 5 security personnel were killed, adding that 11 other people were injured, including the governor, without giving further details on the severity of the injuries. We have never heard anything as big as the explosion this morning, and it shook the earth like an earthquake, said a witness. The Shabaab rebels have been fighting the internally backed federal government since 2007, driving out the country's main cities in 2011 to 2012. They remain firmly entrenched into a large rural area. President Hassan Mohamud, who returned to power in May 2022, had promised them, quote-unquote, total war, but the Shabaab continue to carry out bloody attacks and retaliation, demonstrating their ability to strike at the heart of Somali cities and military installations. On October 29th in 2022, 2 car bombs exploded in the capital, Mogadishu, killing 121 people and injuring 333 people in the deadliest attack in 5 years. If you have any information or if you're on the ground over in Somalia, leave a comment for us below. Let's take it to South Africa or Southern Africa. Malawi declares state of disaster after Cyclone Freddy's deadly return. Malawi's president on Monday declared a state of disaster in several southern districts, including the commercial hub, after the powerful cyclone Freddy made a comeback, killing dozens, the president said. President Lazarus Chakwera stated, quote-unquote, has noted with grave concern the devastation that Cyclone Freddy is currently bringing to most districts, and declared a state of disaster in the southern region. After the storm left a trail of disaster and killed more than 60 people in the southern African country, the government is already responding to the disaster while appealing for local and international relief aid for affected families. The city that was badly impacted is called Blantyre, with regional police spokesperson Beatrice Mikuwa saying at least 36 bodies were recovered in the township of Chilombwe, which has been hit the most, with dozens of houses already washed away. Freddy, again, is on track to be one of the longest-lasting cyclones on record and barreled through the South African region at the weekend and second time within weeks, making a comeback after it first hit in late February. Anybody in the Southeast Africa region, let us know what's going on. Drop a comment below. Let's go to Central Africa. In Cameroon, opposition alleges fraud in Cameroon senatorial election. Indications show ruling party Cameroon People's Democratic Movement winning all seats in the poll, a result of 10 opposition parties have contested over claims of alleged vote buying. Early results from the election management body indicate that the CPDM won all 70 seats in the vote. Election officials said involving 15,000 designated members of the Senate Electoral College were free of glitches across the Central African country of Cameroon. Voters in the restive western regions defied separatist threats and carried out their duties, the body said. Opposition bodies, however, say the elections were marred by irregularities. Denis Atananga was a candidate of the Front des Démocrates du Cameroun, or FDC for short. He said it was scandalous for the ruling CPDM to hire buses to transport all municipal and regional councillors who constitute the Electoral College to polling stations. He also said that the CPDM used threats, bullying, and vote buying to deprive voters of their freedom to make democratic choices on their own, adding that while in the buses, officials of the CPDM distributed money and threatened to punish voters who refused to bribe. The military earlier had said separatists in its northwest region blocked roads and attacked military vehicles to disrupt elections. Witnesses say several bodies were seen around the destroyed vehicles. The military did not confirm any casualties and vowed to protect voting, despite the rebel blockade. Anybody in the Cameroon region, let us know in the comments below on what's going on. Let's go back to South Africa. The African Union commended the SADC, known as the Southern African Development Community, which includes Zimbabwe, for being one of the most peaceful areas on the continent of Africa, and noted that it had managed to swiftly contain the conflict in Cabo Delgado in Mozambique. The continental body said that all African regions were haunted by political instability to some degree, with West Africa topping the list, but Southern Africa had remained quite peaceful, save for the conflicts in Cabo Delgado in northern Mozambique and North Kivu in the Democratic Republic of Congo. African Union Commissioner for Political Affairs Ambassador Bankole Adeoye noted that Southern Africa had over the years managed to hold peaceful elections, while other regions such as West Africa had been haunted by unlawful change of governments. The SADC implemented a peace building initiative in Cabo Delgado aimed at enhancing social protection mechanisms of law and order and capacity building measures, mostly to police and correctional services, through skills development extended even to youths and women. Funded by the European Union under the Early Response Mechanism, the Peace Building Initiative was implemented after SADC Summit on June 23rd in 2021 approved a standby force. Zimbabwe sent military instructors to Mozambique as part of its contribution to contain the conflict. Ambassador Adeoye chronicled several hotspots in Africa, saying the most critical was Northeastern Democratic Republic of Congo, where government soldiers are currently battling M23 rebels. The SADC, again, is the Southern African Development Community, and it consists of members Zimbabwe, Mozambique, Botswana, Zambia, Angola, Malawi, Lesotho, and Eswatini. Anybody in Southern Africa region, let us know how you feel about the congratulatory message from the African Union. Drop a comment. And let's go to our African proverb of the day. And it is a Swahili proverb. And it reads, "Hurry, hurry has no blessings." Once again, hurry, hurry has no blessings. All right, and that was our African proverb of the day. Let us know in the comment below on your interpretation. Also, for Kush News, I'm Ochanda on the Kush Convos TV YouTube channel. Enjoy.